Hi guys, I have another Fendi here to review, but after close inspection and a lot of research, I have concluded that this is not an authentic piece. So I bought this off on eBay, and the seller was almost 99% positive feedback. And I've dealt with sellers who have had high ratings and ended up selling me fake bags. So just don't rely on that alone. And yeah, you just have to do your research and yeah, just be cautious, because those don't guarantee authentic items. So far, I really do trust the Japanese sellers, and I have received a lot of most of the items from them, and I have not received a single fake item because they have strict laws in Japan. Apparently they cannot sell fake items. So when it comes to vintage bags, I have really been putting my entire entire trust in them, because so far they have not sent me a single fake bag. The only downside is shipping is really fast, 2 or 3 days, you won't believe it. The only downside is you have to pay for like 3% more, sometimes on the tax. That depends on the value, guys. Or I think they call it international charge, something like that. So it could be the tax. Anyway, so this is it. It just looked really authentic on the pictures, and I have researched the tags of vintage Fendis. They do come in variations, especially the vintage ones. Some of them just come in plaque, some of them come with Fendi SAS, and some of them just they are imprinted on the leather itself. But this one, I don't think it's an imprint. Anyway, so the telltale signs, this is a really gorgeous bag in a very good condition, and it just looks like Fendi, the real one. The Fendi Pequin guys normally would have some like small Fendi in vertical, like it would be intermittent on a stripe like this. They would be like found, they could be found anywhere, but it's vertical, like very teeny tiny. And I didn't think of that when I when I was looking at the pictures. So I was like, okay. And I didn't see any Fendi vertical thing, except for this Fendi Roma thing. And I have compared it to some other Fendi vintage bags that have this kind of combination, like a light color with these stripes. But most of their hardware, or all of their hardware, would be engraved with Fendi, or there would at least be signs that this is a Fendi, Fendi bag, because the hardware would have at least Fendi inscribed in them, or the buckle and the zipper. So I'm like, okay, so there is no Fendi. I was looking for it, I couldn't find any single Fendi. Not that I was basing it on that, but I was like, okay, normally that's what I find. And this one is a bit like the texture of the bag. This is coated canvas, guys. I know it's coated canvas, but this is the most rigid, and it just feels like plastic to me. Feels like plastic. It has a different feeling because of all the Fendi bags that I have been buying. This doesn't feel right. Okay, now let's look at the. Although it has even stitchings, I could applaud that. It has even stitchings, but look at the rivets, guys, as in nada, no F at all, nor the buckle. Normally even the vintage ones would have something in them. Okay, so the stitchings are really great, really great. Maybe some of the vintage bags have this, but it just doesn't feel right to me. Okay, so this is a telltale sign that it was just like, I don't know, even the vintage Fendis wouldn't have any imperfections like this. Look at that. I've seen some Fendi bags with this kind of buckle, but they always have inscription in them or something. I'm just not relying on the engraving, guys, but the inside, I will show you later, doesn't look authentic. The stitchings are even, but look at this. It's like something sticking out, so this is not well done. And this one too, guys. I mean, hello. Look. So I don't think, you know, Fendi would leave something that they just cut. Something. So I think it would have like a seam here. They just cut that. Okay, and the zipper is ARK, and I have never come across Fendi bags with vintage Fendi bags with ARK. Now it has a front pocket. Look at that. It looks legit, but it's not. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the feel, it doesn't look like real leather to me. Okay, it doesn't look real leather, guys. This doesn't look like real leather to me. And this one with the folds. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, some Fendi bags would have this engraved on the leather, but this one is just like this tag is like glued. I've seen some vintage Fendis with this, but normally they are like imprinted on the leather. So this one doesn't, I'm not really an expert, but it's just the feel. It's just the feel, guys. It doesn't feel like leather to me. And because you know why? There are some bits here that you could pull out. And this one, the rolled thing, look at that. That's a nasty interior over there, if you can see it. So Fendi won't have like, you know, unfinished thingy here. Like it's like, okay, it's impressive, but this is not leather, because normally leather you would scratch it. This is like tougher than leather. So so I wrote the seller, because the thing, his title was authentic. It's not authentic. So I told him, this is not an authentic Fendi, and he said it is authentic. I said no, an authentic Fendi would have an engraving and things like that. It's just, it looks like plastic to me. And he keeps insisting that it is. And he says, okay, I will accept your return, but there will be a restocking fee. So I really don't care. This is really fake, because I have bought authentic pieces for the price that I paid for this. This wasn't cheap. So so there. So look at that. Just look at that. And where else? Look at that. I mean, it's just not a good, and it's really tough. Like, it's not pliable. So it's like plastic, guys. So it's really impressive. No one would know unless you closely inspect it, because I was fooled by this. When I saw this, okay, so this is one of the, you know, one of the vintage tags. But look at that. You know, the way they just glued this bit. So, and the zipper was like, why ARK? You know, I've never had any Fendi with that. And then, you know, the way the pipings at the bottom were connected. Look at that. It's just not right. So this goes back today. Okay, bye.